peace and blessings. I'm live today, doing a little testimony since it's Sunday. Let me share this real quick, and I'll be right back. Well, yeah, so I'm in Goldsboro, North Carolina. This is my hometown of Goldsboro, North Carolina. And early last week, we had a young man who was put in handcuffs and pretty much body slammed, face first. And so I wanted to just give a quick story, a quick testimony of the fact that this has been happening for years. Now I'm gonna show y'all this place right here. This right here is currently Jay's kitchen. But 30 years ago, when I was like 18 years old, this was a place called Texas Steakhouse. Texas Steakhouse. And I was a dishwasher here. I was in high school. If you remember this building right here, it was called Blockbuster. That's how old I am. But so this is Texas Steakhouse, right? So this is one weekday. This is a weekday, right? And so I'm getting off work, right? I'm gonna take y'all on this quick journey about how I was detained, harassed, arrested falsely by Goldsboro Police Department, right? So I'm getting off of work. It's probably like 12 or 1 o'clock, right? So I'm gonna take y'all on a journey with me. So I leave this parking lot right here. I leave this parking lot, right? So this is Spence Avenue. This is Spence Avenue. So I leave this parking lot and I'm heading home. So y'all just ride with me real quick. And I'm gonna show you folks used to owe Blockbuster $100 in late fees. Yeah, right. So I'm gonna just show you. I'm gonna take y'all on this quick ride, and y'all just bear with me till we get to the location, and you can understand how just nasty and evil police are, right? So I leave the parking lot. I'm driving. Mind you, I'm 18 years old. Got school in the morning. You know what I mean? Been working all day, trying to make an honest living. Going home, and it doesn't take me that long to get home, right? So I'm going home, and pay attention to this stoplight up here, right? That is kind of blurry too. I might need to clean my screen. Hold on. So this stop right here, right? This is Spence Avenue and Ash, right? So at this stoplight right here, I stop, and then I make a right, right? And so when I make a right on this street, I noticed the police are behind me, right? So the police are behind me, and I'm driving down Ash Street. So now, of course, I'm a high school student. I'm nervous, so I'm just riding. I'm riding, the police all, and she on my bumper, like she riding me close. Riding me so close, right? And so she riding me so close. And once again, I always tell people, if you ain't never been harassed by the police, sometimes when the police get behind you, you get nervous, right? You get nervous, you get antsy, you like what they want, right? So this particular day, I'm nervous, right? I'm like, what does she want? Now I'm driving in my mama car. My mama car is registered, she ain't never been in trouble, nothing. So normally I would turn on this street. This is Claiborne Street. That'll take me to Tiller Street, right? But I'm so nervous, I just keep driving, right? Because I'm normally you looking for the police to turn off, right? So I'm just driving, right? I'm driving like, well, what does she want? So I'm driving down this Ash Street, right? Now mind you, I live this way, but I'm still driving because I'm paranoid, right? I'm paranoid. She on my tail. I'll tell you her name a little bit later. But she on my tail. And I'm just driving down Ash Street now. Mind you, like, these stop nights are not stopping right then. Right? So it's just a constant drive. Now remember that stoplight that I told you to remember. That stoplight is probably like a mile back. Ash Street. Yeah, Ash Street. Oh, you stupid. Ash, A-S-H. So remember now, that stoplight is about a good mile back right now. Uh-oh, they messing with my signal, y'all. Uh-oh, they messing with my signal. Okay, so we back. They messing with my signal. So at the time, I don't know it's a she. So I'm still driving. And I'm like, man, if I don't turn, I'm gonna end up, way in North End. North End, if you don't know what North End, I mean you never been to go. So finally I was like, man, forget it, man. I'm finna turn because I'm not finna keep driving all the way down the street, right? So this when I turn right here. This is Leslie Street. Now this street right now is notorious for what's going on. Y'all make sure y'all share the video as well, and subscribe if you ain't. So I turn right here, right? I turn right here, and I keep going, right? I'm like, okay, and then of course she turns right behind me. She turns right behind me, and I'm looking at my rear view. I come to this stop sign right here, right? Come to this stop sign, right? So then I continue on. I continue on, and I keep driving. The police right behind me, and so now, soon as I get to this stoplight, right up here, that's the picture that you see, not the courier. That's the picture that you soon. And I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna stop right here, right? But this stop sign right here, I never forget it. Once again, this is 1995, 1996. They stopped me right here at this light, right? Now I'm gonna get out right here. I didn't know it was this cold. But so they stopped me right here. I mean, like right here. I remember this like it's clear as day because that's the house I ran to, right? So I'm stopped right here in this location. And the police get out the car. Now I see it's a woman. Now the lady's name is Sergeant Mo. Meaux. I would come to know that name very familiar, right? So I stop, I get out, she get out the car. She asked me for my license. I give her my license. Matter of fact, now, at this time, I'm 18 years old, haven't been in any trouble. Everything about my stuff good. So I give her the license. She say, hold up. Of course I say, what you stopped me for, right? She don't give me no answer. She go back to the car. So now I'm just sitting there waiting. I'm waiting. Now, mind you, I'm a dishwasher. So my whole, I'm wet. My shoes got little food stains on them. If you ever worked in a restaurant, you know how that is, right? So I'm wet. I'm just like, man, come on. Like, I know I ain't did nothing. So, let's come on. So she come back to the car and she asked me, okay, well, have you been drinking? And so I'm looking at her. I'm like, listen, ma'am, I just got off work. You see, I'm soaking wet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just got to work. I got to go to school tomorrow. Like, what did you stop me for? And this is what she said. She said she stopped me because I didn't stop at that stoplight way on Spence Avenue that I showed you to remember that light, right? So that's about 2 miles away. That's what she said she stopped me for. But really, that was her excuse. Now, mind you, this is 1 o'clock in the morning. This is before cell phones. This is before all of that. This is like 1996. So I'm saying, no, I haven't been drinking, ma'am. Now I'm getting frustrated because, listen, I haven't done anything wrong and I'm wet. No, I haven't been drinking, ma'am. Well, could you step out of the car? I'm like, no, step out of the car for what? Just step out of the car. So I'm trying to get it over with now. So I step out of the car, and then she starts searching the car, right? She starts searching the car. I'm talking about tearing my little mama Chevy Nova up. It's a Chevy Nova in my mama name. Like they taking out the seats. They doing all this. Now, by this time, she had called for backup. Another redhead, Nazi-looking police officer. I don't remember his name because, he was you know, he was secondary to it. But before they started searching, she would go back and talk to him, and I'm standing outside of the car. She was talking to him, and they just talking and kicking it and just standing there wasting time. Like really, they were just standing there keeping me detained because they could, right? And so I'm standing there just getting frustrated, and they was like, okay, well, you know, can we search the car? So I'm like, search the car. I told you I'm just getting off work. Y'all ain't smelling no weed. Y'all ain't doing nothing. So they go to search in the car. They search the car, search the car, search the car, search the car, search the car. Don't find anything, right? So I'm like, okay, please, can I go now? Can I go? Please, can I go? I gotta go to school in the morning. I'm wet, you know. Well, we're gonna do some field sobriety tests on you. Now, mind you, once again, I'm 18 years old. I can't call anybody. Nothing. We're gonna give you some field sobriety tests, right? So I do the whole, you know, touch the thing with your nose. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, like I'm dead sober because I just been getting off of work. So I do the whole touch the thing with your nose, stand on one leg, you know, walk the little, you know, how you do it? Walk the little, you know what I'm saying? The 10 steps like this. I do all of that, right? All of that. I turn around. I walk the little 10 steps again. Bow, bow, bow. I'm doing all of this. So she said, okay then. And then she turned around and go back and talk to the other officer again. So now I'm just like, man, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me go home. Like, mind you, now this probably have been about 45 minutes to 50 minutes now, right? And so now they come back up to the car. I'm like, okay, can I go now? So now we're gonna search the car again, right? And so now I'm just like, man, come on, man, let me go home. Man, just please let me go home, right? And I'm standing out here, I'm wet, I'm 18. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's coming on this street, right? And so I'm pacing. I'm getting angry because I haven't done anything. She didn't have a probable cause to stop me. She didn't have a probable cause to search me. She done gave me every DWI test in the book. She done searched my car twice. Now I'm just like, listen, no, man, let me go home, right? And so now I become the problem, right? In their eyes. I'm the problem. Hey, look, if you ever see this is Goldsboro's finest, Fonte Moses, CIAA Hall of Fame, silkiest, smoothest jumper this side of the Mississippi.
I'm just riding. This man in the middle of the street, seeing cars doing a piece on these people out. The people probably don't know it. They come out bust.
Yeah, hey, I'm telling you. Well, see, that's yeah, that's a legend. We're gonna do a story on him in a few days. So, but basically, now I become the problem, right? Big Silky Smooth, yeah. So I become the problem because now I'm like, come on, man, y'all gotta let me go. Y'all gotta let me go. Now I'm really not the problem. I'm in all my right to be frustrated. Man, I'm saying, nah, man, y'all let me go. And now they're like, oh, calm down. I'm like, no, I'm not calming down, man. I'm ready to go. Y'all got my license. Y'all ran my license. I don't have any substances on me. Y'all done searched my car. You know, no, man, just let me go home. Like, I remember this, like, that's how I'm like this, man. Just let me go, man. Just let me go. And then they grab me, right? Now they grab me. What's up, man? Roxbury, appreciate you. Beirut, everybody. So now they grab me. This is police, Goldsboro police. Now they grab me. And so, of course, you know, I pull away. And at this point, I just run. I take off. Why do you take off, right? I haven't done anything wrong. I don't know. I'm 18 years old. I'm ready to go home. So, boom, I take off. Boom. And this is where I run to. I run. Runner, and I don't know why. Like I said, this house is still here for a reason, I guess, to tell the story. So I run. Boom. I run across the street. So I run across the street to this house right here, right? I don't know why, but like I said, I'm frustrated. I'm ready to get away from the police. I run, I run, right? Boom, hit this little cut right here. I'm literally like, this is facts. Like I can't make this up, right? I hit this cut right here, and it's a car, right? It's a car like right here, right? So I hit this little cut, and look, the same places right here. Soon as I hit the cut, I just stop right here. Boom. I stop right here, and I just duck. I'm ducking like this. I'm ducking like this, right? Ducking like this, right? So now it's a car right there. It's a car right there. So, right? So I don't know why, right? So I'm just sitting here, right? And so then I hear crunches. Right? So then, boom. So this officer comes and he walks past. He walks past, right? He walks past, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to make my exit. So then, boom, he walks past right here. So boom, I book it. I boom, turn around, boom. But when I turn around and try to go back to this way, there goes Sergeant Mo, Meaux. Boom. So I see her coming. I'm just running. She tried to stop me, you know what I'm saying? Now this time, you know what I'm saying, I'm on the football team, so I kind of, boom, I bowled her over, you know what I'm saying, like a young Bo Jackson. But then, you know, the other guy came, hopped on my back, and boom, now I'm down. Now I'm down, man down, right? So I'm down on the ground, right about here, and then what they start to do? They start to welling on me. Ba-da, 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 boom, 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 boom. Now I'm struggling. I'm not gonna say I'm resisting. I'm struggling because I'm getting beat. I'm like, y'all get off me. No, man, y'all let me go home, and I ain't do nothing. Do nothing. So now here comes the pepper spray. Anybody ever been sprayed with pepper spray? You know what it is. What's going on, Speedy? How you doing? All right, man, I can't complain. That's my man Speedy. He was a little older than us. So boom. So now I'm struggling. I'm like, y'all get off me, y'all get off me. Y'all get off me, y'all get off me. And so then, you know, they put me on the ground. They got me in the cuffs. Now they take me across the street, right back where it all started, and take me to the police car and put me. I just forgot. He said a Bill Cosby sweater. That's funny. So they take me to the police car, put me in the back, right, and then they take me to jail. All of this because I was getting off of work at 18 years old in Goldsboro, North Carolina, where the police had nothing to do. Now, what did they charge me with? They charged me with resisting arrest, assault on a government official. It was about five. Okay, so let's see if we. Oh man, okay. So somebody just called me when I'm live. Forgive them. So then, boom. Okay, so I'm back. So, yeah. So they charged me with resisting arrest, assault on a government official, obstructing delay, like 5 or 6 charges. Now, mind you, I'm 18. I had to go to jail, bond out, call my mother and father, bond it out, get up in the morning. Now, Goldsboro, they used to put your name in the paper. You know, got to be common patient no matter what. Yeah, common patient as a 48-year-old man, 47-year-old man, yeah, I know that now. But as an 18-year-old man, frustrated, full of testosterone, ready to go home, no, ain't did nothing wrong, don't know that this is what they want me to do. Yes, I mean, so basically I got all of those charges, right? And of course my mom and dad, they did the, the whole, we want justice. We did a whole write-up in the paper about it, and nothing got done. Nothing was accomplished, right? And so, long story short, I ended up going to court. Like I had to come back from college to go to court for these charges. I had to come back from college to go to court for these charges, and I ended up, had to plead guilty and ended up got probation and all of those things, right? Like that, right? And so, but also every time that officer, and that's Officer Mo. I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know where you at now, but if you watching this, you know you was foul. Every other time that she saw me in that brown Chevy Nova, she would stop me after that because they could. And so when I'm talking about police brutality and police misconduct and police negligence and all of, I'm not talking because I just don't like police. I'm talking from firsthand experience. And if y'all haven't gotten my latest book, this and all of the stories, Blue Lights in My Rearview, written by me, Richard Taylor. This is the compilation of the history of policing in America. Not only my own, experiences, but the experiences of others. You can get that book on www.taylorhousepublications.com. But yeah, this is the book that houses all of those stories. So when I talk about, that's why I'm very adamant about standing up for brothers like my brother who was slammed on the concrete, face first, while in handcuffs, after the police attempted to sweep his leg and put him on the ground. He stumbled to keep his balance, and then this overzealous, cowardly cop came, picked him up, and slammed him on the face with handcuffs in his hands. And so I don't know if Sergeant Mo is still on the floor. I do not know. I don't know. But I know it's a couple of other officers that I got a lot of other stories about. That's probably, retiring or about to get off the force. But I just wanted to share that quick story with you because, tomorrow, if y'all in Goldsboro tomorrow, appreciate you. Only thing harder than that concrete was me. All right, so the only thing harder than that concrete was me. So shout out the Crane Dragon for the super chat. But I want everybody, if you see this video and you in Goldsboro, to come out to the city council meeting tomorrow, because that's where we are going to be asking for the removal. Yeah, so if you want a book, like I said, go to www.taylor, like my last name, Taylor, Taylor, house, like the house you live in, and publications.com. But, I detailed the history of policing in America and how, it's sad to say that black men and black women have always been the target of policing in America. And so if you want the book, go to www.taylorhousepublications.com. Order, it's $20, signed copy, shipping plus shipping and handling. But yeah, this is and it's sad to say that Goldsboro police sometimes have nothing better to do. If you watch that video, go back and watch that video, man, you have 7 police officers on a man that weighed 110 pounds and was only being, harassed or that detained for the crime of trespassing. And it took 7 officers. So we're going to be asking the officer who slammed him to get removed. Go to the petition on change.org. He won't doing nothing at the time he was slammed. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Did you look at the video that I sent you with me speaking? I think I did. Lauren Birch. I really do. But yeah, we'll get together on that a little later. But I just want to highlight, like this is something that's been going on for years, man. Like especially in Goldsboro. Goldsboro, North Carolina is notorious for police misconduct. Now, once again, there are and have been some great police. You know what I'm saying? And none of these police I've ever heard stories on of them, detaining somebody or doing somebody doing something not right to somebody. So, you have to just question those ones who have a propensity to, put my seatbelt on. You're right. But see, and they'll stop me for a seatbelt violation, right? You'll stop me for a seatbelt violation, right? But you won't solve a murder, a crime. You'll waste my time and your time. If I don't like, I'm claustrophobic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this do like a Bill Cosby sweater, though. Shout out to my sister, though. She bought this, too, for me. But yeah, so, man, I just had to share that because it's been on my mind, and it's so many other stories I got like that. So I'll probably share a few of them, but since it was Sunday, just leaving church, I figured I'd give a quick testimony of, what stop while trying to take a life. Yeah. Here are the excuses you're probably. I don't believe you guys have the time and I'm black. So why? So you don't have, even if I talk junk to the cop though, that's the thing. I can talk junk to a cop all day. That doesn't give him a right to assault me. So, American First Rifleman. I don't know if you are, like Dave Chappelle and and what's that his, if you are a black white supremacist. I don't know, but you are. Am I Exhibit's cousin? Only reason y'all call me Exhibit now is because I got the cornrows. Without the cornrows, that doesn't you know what I'm saying? um, I don't hear that. I might hear juvenile or something like that. Um, put my seatbelt on. So I guess, yeah, of course, put my seatbelt on. But if I'm riding with my seatbelt on and the police stop me, and I'm like, man, you ain't got nothing better else to do, man. It's a seatbelt. And he gets mad, right? He get butthurt about that, want to pull me out the car and assault me. You're gonna say, well, you shouldn't have been talking junk to the police. No, my punishment for not wearing a seatbelt is the seatbelt ticket. My punishment for talking junk to him, he should be professional enough to be like, yeah, man, he mad because he getting a seatbelt ticket. And so, just like, if I assault a police officer, right? The police are supposed to arrest me and take me to jail, right? Would you date a female cop? Yeah, I would date a female cop. Yeah, definitely. What's up, Ada, North Carolina? Peace and blessings. But so if I hit a police officer and run and get away, right? But they got my address, they got my, they know where I live, right? So when the police come get me, they supposed to arrest me for assault on a law enforcement officer. They do not pose to come and say, well, you hit our officer, so we're going to hit you back. No, that's equally a crime. You're supposed to arrest me, and that's that. But that's not normally how it goes. So a lot of these police officers, take their duties personal. First Rifleman, you sound like you got make great green tackling on your back. Yeah, I don't know. You always got these, black butter biscuit, tap dancing, eating people who want to, I guess, cape for the police. But these are true stories. Like I said, I was 18 years old and I was, it's American versus a white troll. I was 18 years old, man, and I was just getting off of work. And that amongst other things just muddled my um my perception of police since then. Like, how can they just stop me and detain me for nothing and then keep me until they feel like it? Like, ain't no telling how long I would have been out there if I wouldn't have just got frustrated. And probably they still would have found something to take me to jail because they didn't have nothing better to do. Yes, Sergeant Mo. What you said that you would date a police cop? I'm out of here. What you said that you would date a police cop? I'm out, because if I was dating a female police cop, like, she would have to be one of the good. Like, she would have to be the most black powers. You know what I'm saying? Police cop. You know what I mean? Like, and if she not, she after I'm finished with it, she gonna be infiltrate. She gonna be telling on everything. She gonna be like Serpico. Like, she gonna be like Richie from what's that movie? She gonna be like Richie from American Gangster. Like, ain't nobody gonna be wanting to work with him or her. To my training friend. Okay, well, invite me. My email, Taylor Publishing House at gmail.com. 919-587-7782. Yeah, you have to be educated. But now, just like the brother who was slammed on, the concrete, yeah, he was talking junk to the police. Now, once again, that's when the police are escorting you off from property. You're angry. You have a right to talk to them and, like, okay, well, why y'all following me then? I'm leaving. You know what I mean? So I get it. Like, now at my age, y'all don't talk to police. If I get stopped, like the other day, the same intersection, the dude stopped me, said I ran the red light. Right? Did I run the red light? Maybe, maybe not. Trying to make it. It was yellow. I thought I made it. Right? What I do? He came to the car. I stopped you. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I already had my insurance registration. Yeah, man. I thought I could make the light, man, but I guess I didn't. Boom. So he goes back to his car. Goes back to his car. He and for I don't know why he called for backup and everything. Now, it was the same old tactics from back then. They going back and forth. I'm like, bro, it's a stoplight ticket, right? So he comes back, with the ticket, da 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 da. This, all right, man. I have this, because I'm not in my younger days. In my younger days, I'm like, I would have might have said, man, you ain't got nothing better else to do, man. Ran a light, man. Don't you got some crimes to go solve, man? What they got you on patrol, man? This is all you can do. I might have did something like that because I'm mad at the at the ticket. Now, that doesn't give him a right to treat me any kind of different. You know what I'm saying? I can say anything I want, anytime I want. And so, no one see violence. Let's not question violence. Something. Well, yeah. America First was the reason you got yeah. I see your chat has even more KKK. I don't know, man. Like I said, like, I just speak the truth, and this is not against any like my truth is right versus wrong, right? I don't, but if it's a lot of white people in positions of police power doing black people wrong, then it does become a race issue. You know what I'm saying? But it starts out right versus wrong. Once again, why you don't see any black police officers slamming, targeting, shooting young white kids, right? You don't never see that. Why? It's because we are more moral, we are more ethical. No, it is, as Dick Gregory said, nah, because we know that white folks won't tolerate this. So I'm asking everybody who saw that young man get slammed on the face to either sign the petition on change.org, and that is to remove the aggressive police officer who slammed a man head first on the ground in Goldsboro. You know what I'm saying? You can look it up. You can go to my Facebook page. It's on my Facebook page. Or come to the city council meeting tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'm going to be up there. We're going to be demanding. We're going to be imploring. We're going to be directing the city council to remove that police officer, whoever he is, from the force for slamming that young man on the ground. The police first put out a statement saying that, the officer was justified, but after the clip made the news, after that, the outrage made the community, now they're saying, um, well, the officer is placed on administrative duties and it's an investigation. So, um, yeah, whatever that means. And so, we're gonna try to make our presence felt. More power to you, my man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Dayton, Ohio, Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland, Cincinnati. They will move. Yeah, they might move him to another police station. We don't know that. But I shout out to everybody, man. If y'all liking the video, liking the content, please subscribe to the channel. So have you never seen a black cop go? Oh yeah, definitely. I've been brutalized by a couple of black cops, but normally they are in the company of their white counterparts. Do you know the status of the petition? We need to learn to hold our peace and when it's time to speak. The status of the petition, I actually created the petition. And so the status of the petition, we have about 200 or 300 signatures. I'm trying to get 1,000 signatures. So if y'all could sign that as Goldsboro police officer, get removed. We are loving people. And that's what it is. And once again, we are the people of the Most High. So that's why people do not like us. This guy's a professional victim. Did you just quote crack? Oh yeah, yeah. You know that Dayton, Youngstown, Cleveland, bout it. You know what I'm saying? That's that Master P Cameron. Okay, I see you with it. I hope you don't come to Warren County. Warren County is tough too. Like I said, like people don't know. You ever try Royal Honey? Wow, man, that's way off subject, Hector. We as black people have to start respecting each other. That's another thing too. We can't put it on. Um, and I'll put the link to the petition in the chat. Um, if I can, the Mike Jordan of victimhood. Jay Clips, you now that was clever. We are the Israelites. Yep. We are the Most High, and that's why. But a lot of people feel that we are targeted as such because we don't know who we are. But a lot of people know who we are, and so that's one of the reasons that um if you can every time that you have a video, I'm going to try. Yeah, it's the petition. I should have put it. I'm gonna go back and put it in the description box. But for what I see, it's a lot of talking away. These rich is speaking out while others all bark and no bite support. But we got to come together as a community. Like we got to get behind each other. I think a lot of people shared the video of the young man getting slammed. So that's when the news reached out to me, WRAL News, WITN. They wanted to interview persons. And I was sad that the people who took the video did not want to be interviewed. I guess I kind of get it. But, with that impact of interview, that could have brought more attention to the situation. The news just had to go on their own little narrative and play the video. But, whatever reason that the people didn't want to talk about the video, I can definitely respect that. But you know, um, just the fact that video got so many, I guess, so much circulation online that the news reached out that made the police retract their initial story of, oh yeah, we're going to um we 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 are we are going to put this guy on administrative leaves. Yeah, but if y'all want, once again, this is one of my books, Blue Lights in My Review. The history, and I see there's a feeling that every black man now this is um the gist of this book. I'm gonna read you the summary. There's a feeling that every black man has when stopped by the police. With the constant reports of police shootings, fear arises of whether he will make it out of the situation alive. From Mike Brown, Eric Gardner, Alton Sterling, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and countless others, Police disrespect and disregard for black life in America has been broadcast all over the world. Public outrage remains high and people want answers. This is the story of centuries of America's police against blacks. From slavery, the black codes, Jim Crow, civil rights, COINTELPRO, the war on drugs, Clinton's crime bill, mass incarceration, and the killings we see today, there's a deep history of the government's specifically targeting blacks using sinister law enforcement tactics of criminalization and justification. This is one man's story of decades of dealing with America's police and judicial system. From being targeted, profiled, harassed, threatened, illegally detained, wrongfully arrested, falsely accused, misrepresented, unlawfully prosecuted, and nearly dying at the hands of the police, these experiences expose the dirty white underbelly of American law enforcement. With stories of police brutality, corruption, cover ups, entrapment, and outright murder, this book gives the reader an idea of how every black man feels when he sees blue lights in the rear view. And so, that it's a comprehensive study paired with, my own experiences as well as, just the historical facts. So if you do want the book, www.taylorhousepublications.com. And so, but yeah, this is something that I've experienced since a preteen, since my mother got stopped when I was young, and she was crying because she never had a ticket, and I'm like, if somebody can make my dear mother cry, um, you know, nah, they got to be bad people. Chanel Darton, whatever he did do, didn't want the excessive force used while in cuffs. After he didn't fall the first time, why try again? Then he falls face first and he's knocked out. Exactly. Like the man, like whatever he did, he was not resisting. He was clearly having a conversation with the officer. And so I just wanted to share this story to just show you how evil and nefarious and sinister these people is. They can hold you, detain you. I wasn't doing anything wrong but coming home from work as an 18-year-old high school student. Any corporation store that holds you, they don't have the authority to detain you or hold you. They can try under citizen arrest. But I work as a public. Okay. Yeah, not all white people. And once again, I'm not saying not all white people, not all, white police officers are bad. I'm just saying, these instances that are happening, that is done in the back. Bet you forgot that chapter. See. Now I address all those things too, Aaron. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We address those things. I'm not one to overlook, our own indiscretions in our communities. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one. I call those out too. So, no, I'm not that guy, but you can't have one without the other. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say when the police execute a young black unarmed man, you can't come into the scene and say, well, what about black on black crime? No, that doesn't address the issue. Now we'll deal with that issue when you want to know about it. Okay, if you want to know how the system works, get the book White Robes and Broken Badges. I think I seen that. I think I seen that. I thought about maybe they were black or Asian or whatever, another life. Ray made me some linguine and come back. Hey yo, bro, listen to I like country. I like that joint "Turn the Page" by what's my man name, man? I like "Broken on the Broken Highway." That when I was strung out real bad, I used to listen to that song right there. And a family now in the sun and Bob Sager. That's what it is. Doom 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 doom. But yeah, man, racism doesn't fight. And people get racism mixed up. See, racism is about power. People try to say that I'm racist. I don't have the power to be racist. Racism is institutional. Like, when you go to courts and all the judges are white and they treat white people better than black people, that's racism. When you go to the banks and all the bank managers and loan officers are white and they deny black loans and they give white people loans, that's racism. When you go to corporate America and all the companies are white owned and they don't allow blacks to advance, like the NFL owners, who don't allow a majority black owner in the league, that's racism. So when it's not feasible for when a black person like myself point out racism to call them racist. Like, I don't have the power to deny a white person a loan, to kick them out of my neighborhood, to enact policies that's going to affect them adversely. So looks like he's more racist than real racism. So can you get an impasse? What does that mean? When you try to get with the ball team and the Mexicans don't pick the white boy. See, you can have the power if you were educated in roads. Uh-oh, that must be somebody else trying to call me again. But yeah, man, this is I don't know. Okay, we back again. So, people gotta understand, make sense coming again. I even determined that racism actually tribalism. Some of that has existed for centuries. Now, yeah, and so most people are going to look out for their race, right? But not at the detriment of another race, right? You know what I'm saying? Worry about your own problems. Nobody's blaming problems on white people. What neighborhood have you ever been kicked out of? See, you ever heard about redlining and redistricting and steering? Those are, yeah, it's like, so it's deeper. Like I said, and a lot of it has to do with classism as well. I see, like some blacks are classes. I'm not going to say racist because once again, blacks don't have the power to be racist, but some blacks who have made it out and got their doctorate in bicentennial transcendental meditation, sexuality, intersectionalism, those guys, they are, classic or racist to, the everyday working guy who, works for the city. You got those guys. It's institutional. Like the things that happened 40 or 60 years ago are still being perpetrated today. That's why you can go to any town. Like I said, I use this analogy, right? I use this analogy. And y'all might don't like this analogy, right? But in Virginia Beach, when I was about 30, I went to an apartment complex. And I rented an apartment from this young white guy. He was like my age, right? And I was like, yeah, man, how long? He was like, I said, how long have you been running the place? He was like, nah, man, my grandfather built these. Now, mind you, this is like 2000, right? He said, my grandfather built these. And he said, well, he got older and he left them to me, right? And so when his grandfather built them, he built them in the 1940s. When his grandfather was building those buildings, my grandfather couldn't even get a builder's permit because there was racism. And so 60 years later, this young white man is benefiting today from the racism that existed in the 60s, if that makes sense. So when you can't say that none of that stuff, it still matters. Like my grandfather wasn't able to build in a 100 unit apartment complex because racism didn't allow him to even get his builder's license or builder's permit. And so while this young white man was able to reap the benefits of his grandfather giving him in 100 and allow him to make $100,000 a month renting them out, my grandfather wasn't able to leave me nothing like that because he was being held down by racism. So right now, you know what I'm saying? Like of course now I can get it now, I can maneuver now, but that is the benefits of his having racism. Um, so yeah, so no. Racism is not somebody calling me a bad name. Now don't get like that. That's the petty part. Like you can call me nigga, you can call me this, that. None of that have until you call the police on me and say, hey, that black guy hit me, and the police comes arrest me without questioning me, without no evidence. He just believes your whiteness. Then that's that's when you can affect me. But nobody, I'm not, I do very well, thank the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I have my own website, my own business, my own books, my own mental health counseling, you know, per training. I do well. So I'm not a victim, but me calling out the truth, that's how they want to try to shame you. You know what I'm saying? When you call out racism, oh, stop playing the victim. No, I didn't say every. I use one example, and that's an example how racism still benefits some more than others. You know, you know what I'm saying. I don't have, yeah, I don't. You know what I'm saying. Keep calm. You just gotta call it out. You know what I'm saying. The only victim are the ones who can't tend. See that? I'm white. I believe you. I don't. You know what I'm saying. We don't want to take like people don't want any reparations. Uh, DEI benefits mostly white women. Levi Bryant. Look at the reference. This dude is a prime example of racism. Walk down the ghetto I was born in without fear being solely on it. Miss Glass, you are. Wow, this dude's a prime. Oh, you said it again. Oh, you just keep saying the same thing. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Those, you know what I'm saying, with sense. And if you have not already, once again, Blue Lights in My Rear View, the comprehensive study of racism and police policies in America. Peace and blessings, man. Y'all. I enjoyed y'all real quick. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and love. I'm out.